Hi there. Welcome to Storytime for Kids. I'm Melissa, and today we're going to read a story by the Brothers Grimm called Dr. Know-It-All. Don't you find know-it-alls annoying? I know I do, but this is a good story. So let's begin. Dr. Know-It-All. Once upon a time, a poor peasant named Crab was taking a load of wood drawn by 2 oxen to the town for sale. He sold it to a doctor for 4 thalers. When the money was being paid to him, it so happened that the doctor was sitting at dinner. When the peasant saw how plaintively the doctor was eating and drinking, he felt a great desire to become a doctor too. He remained standing and looking on for a time, and then asked if he could not be a doctor. "Oh, yes," said the doctor, "that is easily managed." "What must I do?" asked the peasant. "First, buy an ABC book. You can get one with a rooster as a front piece. Secondly, turn your waxen and oxen into money and buy with the clothes and other things suitable for a doctor. Thirdly, have a sign painted with the words, 'I am Dr. Know-It-All,' and have it nailed over your door." Well, the peasant did everything he was told to do. Now, when he had been doctoring for a while, but not very long though, a rich nobleman had some money stolen from him. He was told about Dr. Know-It-All, who lived in such and such village, and who would be sure to know what had become of it. So the gentleman ordered his carriage and drove to the village, and he stopped at the doctor's house and asked Crab if he were Dr. Know-It-All. "Yes, I am." "Then you must go with me to get my stolen money back." "Yes, certainly, but Greta, my wife, must come too." The nobleman agreed and gave both of them seats in his carriage, and they all drove off together. When they reached the nobleman's castle, the dinner was ready, and Crab was invited to sit down to the table. "Yes, but Greta, my wife, must dine too," and he seated himself with her. When the first servant brought in a dish of choice food, the peasant, Crab, nudged his wife and says, "Greta, that was the first," meaning that the servant was handing the first dish. But the servant thought he meant that was the first thief. And as he really was the thief, he became much alarmed and said to his comrades outside, "Oh, that doctor, he knows everything. We shan't get out of this hole. He said I was the first." The second servant did not want to go in at all, but he had to go. And when he offered his dish to the peasant Crab, he nudged his wife and said, "Greta, that is the second." This servant also was frightened and hurried out. The third one fared no better. The peasant said again, "Greta, that is the third." The fourth one brought in a covered dish, and the master told the doctor that he must show his powers and guess what was under the cover. Now, it was a dish of crabs. The peasant looked at the dish and did not know what to do, and so he said, "Ah, wretched crab that I am." When the master heard him cry, he cried, "There, he knows it! There he knows when the money is too." Then the servants grew terribly frightened and signed to the doctor to come outside. When he went out, they all 4 confessed to him that they had stolen the money. They would gladly give it to him, and a large sum in addition, if only he would not betray them to his master, or their necks would be in peril. They also showed him where the money was hidden. Then the doctor was satisfied, went back to the table, and said, "Now, sir, I will look in my book to see where the money's hidden." The fifth, in the meantime, had crept into the stove to hear if the doctor knew still more. But he sat there, turning over the pages of his ABC book, looking at the rooster, and as he could not find it at once, he said, "I know you're there, and out you must come. Well, the man in the stove thought it was meant for him and sprang out in a fright, crying, "The man knows everything!" Then Dr. Know-it-all showed the nobleman where the money was hidden, but he did not betray the servants, and he received much money from both sides as a reward and became a very celebrated man. And that's the story of Dr. Know-it-all by the Brothers Grimm. And I'll see you on the next video. Be sure to subscribe. Happy story time. Bye.